After unboxing the kit and laying out all the parts, I always spend the first 30 minutes of a wooden ship model build doing one very important thing: understanding instructions. By first steps, I mean everything that comes after the assembly of the frames. The Lady Nelson has some interesting instruction about this in the second drawing sheet. So what I do first is to take notes of some attention points I see in the suggested building process, and I start checking each step. So let's write this down. The first point for me is always checking plans and instructions, which I just did. The second very important point is to check if there are fillers available between bulkheads. This is something I checked as well, and those are partially available in some key spots. This means I might add some custom made fillers here and there. Third attention point: identify planking system. Here the question shall be answered: do we have just a false keel, or are we supposed to install a true keel separately? In this case we have both false and true keel. This means we can run the plank few millimeters further the keel. Then cut the excess and install the true keel, so no need to engrave a slot for the plank to be framed. Are we expected to lay a first and a second layer of planks? For this model, the instructions suggest so. So the next question would be, can we just lay one? It depends on the thickness of the planks. In this case, it's just 1 millimeter. This means that it would be quite difficult to lay just one layer. Now that we took those notes, we can move to the frames construction. We start by numbering all the frames using the drawings, and this is very important. Pay attention to the pieces 2 and 3 because I think there might be an error here. Once we lay all the pieces on our working desk, the first thing that should be done is sanding them down to remove the laser burns. Then it is time to dry fitting all the pieces. Be careful with pieces 2 and 3. Smallest one goes to the front. For gluing the pieces at 90 degrees, there are different techniques. Some people use Lego blocks. The method that I use is just as effective, but you can get creative here. I usually don't like to put fittings between all the bulkheads, but doing it in the front here is mandatory. Consider that this is a relatively small model. For bigger models, the shape of the stern and bow fittings should be at least taken from the plans. Let me remind you guys that this channel is working thanks to its subscribers, and you wouldn't be watching this video if it wasn't for them. So if you didn't subscribe, please consider supporting me. Thanks. Everything looks fine and I can start gluing the gunwales. The next important part is checking for bulkhead inconsistencies. I found a couple of them. Those were very small, so a light sanding of the adjacent bulkheads can work. So guys, thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next video.